In this video, I'm going to show you how to upload your book to Amazon KDP in 10 minutes or less. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Caroline and I make videos to help you master your mindset and make money online so that you can build a life you love. If you do enjoy watching videos like this, please take a moment to subscribe. It is free, it takes 2 seconds, and it means the absolute world to me. And don't forget to click the bell so that you do get notified whenever I upload a new video just like this. I've been getting quite a few requests from some of you to do a video on the actual process of uploading a book into your KDP account. So that's what I'm going to do for you today. Uploading your book to your KDP account is probably actually the most simple part of this whole book creation process, because essentially you would have already done everything that you need in order to create a KDP listing. You should have already done your niche research, which is why you've created the book in the first place. And part of this research would have given you the information that you needed in order to decide what your title and subtitle are going to be, or at least what keywords you want to use in your title or subtitle. Your research would have also given you an idea at what the books are priced at in the particular niche that you are looking at going into. So you would have an idea in your head of how much your book is going to be priced at. You would have created your book interior and your cover, so you would already have those files ready to go. And the other thing that you would want to have ready to go is your keywords. Now, keyword research is a beast all on its own, and I have done multiple videos on keyword research, so I will pop a link to all those videos in the description below. I'm not going to be going into depth into keyword research in this video, so check those ones out if that's something that you're interested in learning more about. But these are all the things that you want to have ready before you're going to upload your book. So let's head over to my KDP account and I'll walk you through the process of uploading your book. What I'm going to do is use the book that I created in my last video. I created a 2022 weekly planner, and I'll upload that into my account so you can actually see an actual book being uploaded. If you haven't seen that video and you do want to watch it, I'll pop a link up in the top corner of the screen and you can go watch me create a 2022 weekly planner once you finished watching this video. So this is the dashboard part of your account. This is where you land once you log into your KDP account. So all we need to do is head over here and you want to create a paperback book. First up, you have the title and subtitle of your book. The title field has to be exactly the same as what's on the cover or spine of your book. If it's not on the cover or the spine of your book, you can't enter it into the title field. Your book will get rejected. So my title is simply going to be 2022 Weekly Planner, because that's what's on my cover. The subtitle is where you can add a little more of an explanation about what your book is about or how it will help the customer. This is not a place to keyword stuff. Also, Amazon doesn't like you entering things about the features of the book, such as the size of the book or the page count, because all this information is in the description on the listing. It's really just a waste of precious space to add information here that the customer can find elsewhere. Now, in relation to planners, in saying this, if you search for planners on Amazon, you will find most listings do put the size and stuff in the subtitle. So just do whatever you want to do here. If you want to add the size because everyone else does, then just go for it. But for my subtitle, I might put something along the lines of vintage floral with dated daily and weekly agenda, January to December 2022. Now, if your book is part of a series, then you just add the series details here. If you have an edition number, you add it here. But the next part you'll probably be filling out is the author name. Now, you are allowed to use keywords in your author name. So for example, if you wanted to create a brand that you are publishing specific books under, in this case with planners, maybe I want to use the publisher name of Weekly Planner Publishing Company or something like that. Now, although Amazon says you can use keywords here, I'm finding that anytime I use an author name that contains a keyword, my book gets rejected. So probably because people have been unfortunately using this field incorrectly and keyword spamming, Amazon are probably cracking down on this this and being strict with your author name. So here I would suggest using a proper brand name that doesn't contain keywords, or just use a pen name. I'm finding it easier at the moment to just use a pen name as opposed to a company name or a brand name. So for example, if you do have a brand or a company name, you might have created a brand called Sally's Publishing Company. That's probably fine. Or if you want to use the name Sally Blogs, that'll be okay. So you just enter the first name and the surname if that's what you're doing. If you do want to use a company or a brand name, you need to pop it in the surname field. If you do have other people that have worked on the book, you can enter that information here under contributors. So next up we have your description. Amazon doesn't index keywords in the description, so whatever you put in this description box is not going to affect your listing in the search results on Amazon, but Google does index this part. So your Amazon listing could come up in Google search results if you use good SEO here. Personally, I don't try too hard with the Google SEO here, but I'm sure there are videos on YouTube talking about that if you want to dive deeper into that and you want to become more visible in the Google search results. But I just use the description as a place to provide all that extra information that you can't get in the subtitle and the title. Now, everybody's got their own way of doing descriptions. There's no right or wrong way. I think it's a good idea to possibly just go through a heap of listings on Amazon and just see how other people create their descriptions, especially the books that are in the bestseller or the lower BSR bestseller ranking spots, and just get an idea of how other people do it. I like to start my description off with a question, and then the rest of my description provides the solution. Now, I'm just going off the top of my head here, but I usually spend a bit of time putting a good description together and trying to word it correctly. Make sure you've got correct spelling and grammar, because that will put people off. If you've got spelling errors and bad grammar in your description, then they probably expect that that's what's going to be in your book and will maybe not buy it because of that. But my description might read something like, are you searching for an easy and simple way to organize and schedule your life? 2022 weekly planner is perfect for keeping track of your daily and weekly appointments and priorities, so you can keep on top of your schedule and your best organized life. This 2022 weekly planner will help you. I always like to add a bit of a bullet list of what's included, what the features are, whatever you think is going to make your book stand out or make it different to the other books that are available. So we'll add some bullets. So this 2022 weekly planner will help you keep your schedule organized a week at a time. Have enhanced organization with a one-page weekly summary plus a 2-page spread for more detailed weekly planning. What else will it help you do? It will help you plan 1 year of events and appointments from January to December 2022. And then I like to also, sometimes in the same bullet list, sometimes in a separate one, just put the features so that they know the sizing and all that kind of stuff without having to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page where Amazon puts it. So this 2022 weekly planner features, and then we'll do another bullet list. It's the perfect size, 8.5 inch by 11 inch, to give plenty of space to keep track of everything you have planned for your week. Bright white quality paper, premium flexible matte, because majority of the time I print my covers matte, not glossy. Soft cover. Place for extra notes at the end of each week. 2 pages
per weekly planning. Now, I always add this at the bottom of my descriptions. I don't know if it does anything, but it can't hurt. Get your weekly planner now to start organizing your schedule for 2022. Click buy now at the top of this page. And then I might bold that. I might usually bold that first question. I've spelled organize wrong there. And I could bold this so they can draw attention to how it's going to help them. And so that's kind of a general idea of the kind of description I'd write and how I would lay it out in terms of formatting. If you aren't the best with spelling and grammar, download the Grammarly app. It's free and will tell you if you do have something wrong, or it will suggest better formatting and things like that. So that's handy if you're not confident with your spelling and grammar. Okay, so now we always click that you own the copyrights, because generally you will. Obviously, if you are using public domain work, then you do select that. And next up, we have the 7 keyword slots. Again, I have a video specifically on the 7 keyword slots. I'll link it at the top of the screen now if you do want to watch it after this video, but here you would enter in all the keywords that you want to try to rank for. You do want to spend a bit of time getting your keywords the way that you want them, because you do want your keywords to be relevant to your book. If you're using irrelevant keywords in the hope of enticing a customer over when they're searching for something else and your book comes up because you've used an irrelevant keyword, generally most of the time all it means is that the person's not going to buy your book because it's not what they're looking for. So try to keep your keywords really relevant. So these are some keywords that I used on another planner that I created for 2021. So some of these words aren't specific to my book, like how I've just popped in monthly planner there, but I'm just going to put them in just to show you how to fill out this particular spot. But generally I would only use keywords that are very specific to the book that I'm uploading. Now, next thing is choosing categories, which could probably be one of the hardest things for low content books. The category system wasn't designed for these kind of books. So we don't really actually have any correct categories for our books to go into. So you have to get creative. And in the past, I would sit for ages sorting through the categories here, trying to find the best one. But now I use Tangent Templates. They have a cool little tool called the Category Explorer. And you just pop your keyword in and it brings up suggestions for where it's possibly good for your book to go. So nothing for planner. So we could put it under something related to flowers. Now, not really hobby, but it could go under gardening or nature. Because if someone's interested in flowers and that book comes up, they might say, I've always wanted a flower planner, and choose your book. Okay, and then we've got, so we have organization, organize. I'm thinking more along the lines of organizing something, not organized crime. To schedule. What about time management? Time management. So we've got time management under business and economics and time management under self-help. Management, time management. So as you can see, the categories obviously aren't specific to low content books. So you just have to pick as best as you can the category that you think your book is going to do better in, and just go with that. So that is all the details of the book entered, which is everything that's going to be showing up basically on the listing page in the actual marketplace. So now we go to the part where we actually upload our books. Now, majority of the time, I always use the free ISBN. If you want to sell your book on other marketplaces that aren't associated with Amazon, then you would need to get your own ISBN. But if you're just selling on Amazon and whoever it distributes to, then the free ISBN is completely fine. And then you just need to select all the things relevant to your book. So I'm using black and white interior, white paper. It's 8.5 by 11. I've got bleed because the note pages, the lines run off the page, and my cover is going to be matte. If you like glossy, choose glossy. So here is where you have your two separate files. So when you create your book, you have one file which is the interior and one file which is the cover, and you upload them separately. So that's the manuscript or the interior uploaded. With the cover, you do have two options. You can use the Amazon KDP cover creator. I feel like this is a little bit too basic though, and I wouldn't suggest using it. And this is where you upload your cover as a PDF file. So now you have your two files uploaded, but that isn't completely done. So now you need to launch the previewer, and this is where it will check for any kind of issues with your book size, your cover, your text and formatting. If there's any issues with your files, you'll find out here. So as we can see over here, Print Previewer didn't find any issues that will prevent me from submitting my book. So my margins are all correct, all my text is within the cutoff lines, the book's the right size, everything is according to Amazon's guidelines. If you want, you can have a flick through just to have a quick look and see how it looks on the page, and if all your pages are laid out the way you want them, everything's aligned correctly. If you do have any issues, if there is something wrong with the formatting of your book, it will have the issues here and it will tell you what you need to fix before you can approve. So this will not be available, this approve button won't be available if there are any issues over here. If it's all good and it says that there are no issues, we can approve it. This is the information about the printing cost of your book, which will help you to do the pricing, which is up next. So I always leave this set to all territories, and it's primarily going to be sold in Amazon.com, the US Amazon site. And here you just enter the price that you want to sell your book for. If I do price that book at $9.99, it's going to give me a $2.58 royalty. If you have the choice of expanded distribution, select it. This means Amazon will allow your book to be distributed to other retailers who sell books. A retailer has purchased your book in bulk to sell in their store. So although the royalties aren't as much, it's just a bonus if other people buy your books or other retailers buy your books and stock them in their store. So there's no reason why you shouldn't select that. You may not get sales from it, but you know, if you do, then that's great. It's a bonus. Not all low content books are available for expanded distribution. Things with repetitive pages like notebooks and journals, things with blank pages like sketchbooks, are not eligible for expanded distribution, and also not every size of book. So generally the common sizes, 8.5 by 11, 6 by 9, things like that, are accepted. If you create your book in a size that's a little bit obscure or not as common, it may not be eligible for expanded distribution. Now also, I just go through and tidy up some of these other marketplaces prices just so it's not an odd number. I don't know yen, so I just leave that as it is. And you are all good to go and push publish. You now have a book that will be hopefully available for sale in the Amazon marketplace soon.
Amazon say that they do review books within 72 hours, but honestly, I don't think I've ever had a book reviewed that quick. At the moment, it seems like a week is pretty standard, and you'll receive an email from Amazon saying that it's done and your book is available for sale in the marketplace. Or if there are any issues with your book or your listing, Amazon will let you know what the issue is and what you need to fix up before it can go live. I really hope this video has given you some clarification on the actual process of uploading a book into your Amazon KDP account. If you are new to publishing, this process can be slow at the start, but the more that you do it, the faster you get, and this process becomes a lot easier and quicker the more that you upload books. If you did like this video and would like me to make more, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. And to make sure that you don't miss out on any more videos that I make like this, then don't forget to subscribe.